Ashland. Some people call it Cashland, you know, because it's more expensive than other places in the region. Get it? Houses are more expensive, rent is higher, there's a restaurant tax, getting a permit for anything costs more, utilities are higher, and over the next 5 years, water rates are going to increase 70%. Yeah, despite that, the city has a crazy number of properties they can't seem to fix, so they just shut them down. They just sit broken and mostly empty for years, right here on Ashland's proverbial front lawn. Reminds me of my uncle's place. He's a front yard trash person. Can't call him white trash anymore, so he's yard trash. Either way, something breaks, he can't fix it, puts it outside, and does nothing. Jim Falkenstein here with some more Jimformation for you. Come with me on a tour of Ashland's many prominent landmarks that the city appears to have just given up on. Instead, there's this new shiny solar-powered water filtering machine they've got their eye on. Let me show you the cool old stuff. The community center, closed for 5 years. It has a funky wall, which was ultimately found to be safe, but it's really about the city wanting to build a new one from scratch, and the voters said no a few years ago, so the city is being petulant saying, but I don't want to fix it, I want a new one. Should be a sign on here that says closed due to tantrums. 5 years. Pioneer Hall also closed for 5 years, albeit intermittently. Started with the funky window, then the bathroom wasn't wheelchair accessible. During COVID, meals were served to the poor here a couple of days a week, and the Boy Scouts used it on Wednesday nights, but some of the homeless got a little wild. So the city said, no more food for the poor. And then the poor said, but you're letting the Boy Scouts stay here. And the city said, we'd rather shut down the entire building than fix this problem. Closed. And did you donate to help repair and maintain the Butler Perozzi fountain? Good for you. Very generous and community-minded. But repair and maintenance of a public fountain, kind of a basic public city function, don't you think? Moving on. City Hall closed to the public for 5 years, but people still working there. First it was an earthquake hazard, then some plumbing issue, maybe mold, staffing, now just too plain lazy to unlock the door, I think. Like my uncle who doesn't answer his door unless you call first, because it's usually a neighbor saying, hey, when are you gonna fix all the stuff in your yard? And the 100-year-old Lithia fountain, it isn't even broken. It's just out of order because a new health inspector at the state decided that people were probably drinking it by the gallon and bathing in it, so it's unsafe. What is the city doing to solve that? Anything? Bueller? Don't forget Velocity. Despite being voted favorite public art in town, this sculpture has been broken for many months, and this is the 3rd time. Who would have thought that a sculpture shaped like a jungle gym would be used by young people as a jungle gym? It's not the last time you're going to see caution tape and orange barricades in front of this sculpture. Looking classy, Ashland. Does my uncle work for the city? So what are we going to do? Who at the city are you going to call to solve these problems? That's right, no name comes to mind, does it? And explaining, complaining, or shaming the city doesn't do anything. They do whatever they want to do. All I can say to you is to be super vigilant and suspicious when the city comes to you for, I don't know, $75 million for a new water treatment plant. These are the same people who can't fix City Hall, can't fix the community center, can't fix Pioneer Hall, can't get the lithium water fountain back on, can't keep the Velocity structure standing, let a GoFundMe operation fix our public fountains. Are these the people we should trust to manage a $75 million project and loan? Whether you call it Ashland, Cashland, or Trashland, it's still our little town. So pay attention and be aware that good intentions from our city and our officials does not always translate into good ideas and good projects. So be vigilant, wary, and even a little skeptical. And maybe we don't need a new water treatment plant. Maybe we just need all the water we've contracted with from the city of Medford. Maybe we just need old things fixed before we go off and buy big new things. This is Jim with some more Jimformation for you, saying old things, like old people, are cool. They just need a little extra care. Let's not abandon them.